Hello, everybody. Welcome back to DeFIRE AMA for April 14th. This week, we've got a couple of updates on the updated website that will be launching soon, the work that we've been doing on getting that ready, the work that we are doing on building the Blaze dApp and building the component parts, which includes configuring the containers, which there should be around 6 containers for the MVP that will launch first, which means minimum viable product. So basically, it's just the base layer, the core for the protocol, and so Glitch and the dev team are working on that. Looking at bringing on more support to get that fully functional, which we've got some plans there, and that should be happening soon. We've been in constant communication with our design team that's been putting together the branding guidelines for the website, which we've got some of those now, and that's allowing us to build some to create some new branding assets in the ways of banners um, and explainer charts and graphs and I worked this week with the content team. Phoenix and I knocked out over the weekend the finalized copy, basically finalized copy for the new landing page. Um, we also have Pangolin K, who has a final draft for a new article on the long-term value of holding the DeFIRE token or the GDFIRE token if you lock it for the governance benefits, which should be coming out soon. And then I also wrote the script for what will be our intro to DeFIRE as a video. So most likely that will be either a whiteboard type of video or another animated style of video explainer for the whole DeFIRE ecosystem. So it'll be our first official video for the protocol or for the ecosystem, I should say. So that's great because once you have the framework, it's a pretty easy step to get that produced. So hopefully soon we'll have something professional in the way of video. Even though we've been doing AMAs for a while, and I think we put out a ton of content considering how young we are. Um, but I think that people are going to really enjoy having the visuals there as well, and so we're going to be entering a new phase where we have an updated look. It's going to be really professional, really forward thinking, and I think everyone's going to be excited by the product. Um, so I also have been working on producing an explanation for what Blaze containers are. And so I think over the next couple of AMAs, I'm going to spend my AMA days, which I have Thursdays. So every Thursday until the Blaze MVP launch, I'm going to be explaining how the Blaze containers are configured, what different types there might be, and eventually we'll get into just talking about individual containers, maybe one every week, where people who come in to join the AMA can give input on um, what they'd like to see uh, and what they like or don't like about what the example that I put out has in the way of um, offerings on APR and risk assessment and the security of the protocols that are involved and which protocols people prefer. Um, there are policy issues around how the yield is generated by these different protocols in order to pay out our own investors in our own containers. Um, and then spreading around the risk between protocols to balance out um, where that yield is coming from, so that it's not overly centralized in one area to create the lowest possible risk. Or if the strategy is to just go as high as possible with the yield, then trying to find the best new opportunities to get the best yield while still going with established or well regarded protocols. So this week I'm working on what we would call a safe haven stablecoin container strategy. And so I've been doing a little bit of research on different parameters that can affect what would be the ideal, um, very safe, but um, best return for that safety strategy. Um, there's also a bunch of other contributors in the asset management team, tokenomics team, that have put together some other strategies, and they're going to be um, laying those out later in the week. So the contributors that are helping put together the containers are going to, start really ramping up their final closing ideas on how these things are all going to be configured, and then we can we can go through the process of just checking all of that information and coming to a consensus. Um, then Glitch and the developers can start putting those together. So that is the bulk of what we've been working on. We're really just at this point. We had a successful first round. Our price discovery brought us to a 7.8 million valuation. So congratulations to everybody that was involved in that. Thank you so much for your confidence in our team and in the community. I think we have a really strong core community, and so we're looking forward to working on bringing open the next general round soon. Um, and we are also in talks with different protocols and institutions that we may be able to partnership with in the future as well. So all of those different areas are being worked on at the moment, and so those are the main um, focuses for this week. Just the website, content, continuing to try and develop Blaze, and getting ready for the next round of the general sale for the DeFIRE token. So it's a little bit of a uh, slow week, um, and so I'm going to wait around to see if anybody wants to have a conversation about that. But I may just go ahead and make another video later, where I use a visual to explain the containers. Since no one's here yet, I'd rather produce that with some video and then put that out separately. So this is going to be just a short update for this week. Um, if we get into a big conversation, I'll uh, turn record back on and record an amended version of this later. But I think for now, we'll just keep it short and sweet. So hope everyone's doing well, and we'll give you more updates on Tuesday with Firefly. Have a great week, guys.